Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out of the gun to give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope he gets better. No gain. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. On the ground, it's Neal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back. Everything tells you pass. And then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That incompletion leads to second down and 10.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Off the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, going to the air. Feeling some heat. They're trying to get to it. Looking down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Using the quick game. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
He'll off one deep down the left side.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pumps it downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now and then, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions.
Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Balls at the 13.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Alabama.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Buys a little time. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. On the move is the 30. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
He's looking to throw it. And the ball is intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Gets it out fast. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Miller with the ball. And he could not get loose on the run. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Keeps it going. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary country?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
To the air, it's Milroe. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his target down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trend setter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Still on his feet. Fires downfield. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Pulls it in. It's Neal. Just destroying his way through the field. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Now the toss. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run the option. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. These corners backing off a bit. On the option. Now the pitch. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. This is for Alabama 7, Kansas 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The option look. He'll toss it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Number 9.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could...
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Jayhawks. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
The pitch. Oh, look out. The ball's free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now on the option. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10.
Well, this defense, David, has had their hands full all game long. They're giving up some big plays. They're obviously down here late. But how about creating that takeaway deep in their own end?
And this is what you work on. Like these situations, I know I'm down. I need a turnover. I got to make something happen. Sometimes you give up bigger plays because you're trying to strip the football and make that happen. Nice job by the defense, executing perfectly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
They did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. And now we are set up for quite a finish. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown tie. The DB saw it. He thought,
your ass is dandada.
The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play off.
Your ass is dandada.
Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't make it 10. Take that thing all the way back, right?
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six.
Your ass is dandada, bruh. You do dandada.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson.
You do. You was took up through there, dandada. Yo, you already took up through there, man. You know that shit, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing, bro. You ain't just throwing pigs and everything, man. You done lost your next fucking mind, man. Play with it. Yeah, play with it. That's all you got to do.
He's going to have to show
off his poise, David. They practice these late game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of
time
to
go work.
So I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take
You took her through there. Yeah, you took her through there.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line
yeah,
for this third down play clock running.
Yeah, seriously.
Trying to get the defense to show his hand.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, seriously, Dandada. That boy Dandada. Shout out to that boy Dandada, man. Shout out to that boy Dandada. Shout out to that boy Dandada.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Shout out to my brother.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it.
Look at that.
Got it behind the line. It's Skinner.
Man, you need some deep passes, man. You need deep passes.
It's go time. We're trailing. It's the
what you doing, bro?
We gotta get a little bit more aggressive.
Come on, cuz. What you doing, man?
Especially
cuz, yo, what you
made the completion.
Come on,
got the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down.
Hey, Paco.
Takes a
Uh-oh,
shot
that's
as
a
he
kick,
lets it go.
Paco. Ooh, that
And
was
that
a
will be
kick.
incomplete, man. That would have been
What
a
else you
big
got?
hitter if they
Let
could
me
have
see what
done it
else
with
you got.
second down coming.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked
Let
out
me
on
see what
that
else
one.
you
Here
got.
in the fourth
Because
quarter,
if
and
you
you
add
lined
play,
up
you
against
add
one of
on
the
late.
fastest
Punch.
players in all of
Or
college
going to the
football. They're
crib.
taking a shot up top.
It's the
You
play.
just
Punch.
hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an
Come
incompletion.
on, man.
Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Here's a throw downfield late. He
Yeah,
can't
show
find his
speed.
man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah,
Well,
show
I know it
speed.
hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback,
Yeah, you
but his
took up through that
decision-making has
Dundada,
been good
man.
enough to win
You
this
played a
game.
good
Hasn't thrown a
game,
lot of
though,
TDs
bro.
so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
On
Yeah,
third
man.
down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Boy, took up
He
through
wants
that.
a big play here late.
Let me get that.
And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is
Took
over,
them
and
up
this
through
will
that
be a
real
game of what might have been.
fast. Through that. Slap it through that.